Ad Astra. Thank you for
really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Is this really necessary?
Are you running away? Points for agility. You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Is this really necessary?
running away? Are you running away? You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Is this really necessary?
running away? You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Don't forget to stay hydrated.
Running away? are a one-trick pony, you know. Are you running away? Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge. Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it. Well, in the Flower Feather Clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process. Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so upset. Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying, just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready, they'll rekindle their dreams and keep trying. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet soon.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond to a call that sounds like that. Yeah, people from my tribe call to their saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her flying. But the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond to a lackluster whistle like that. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only gonna hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the kind of thing that'll make people go wingless.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse. Let me give you a tour around the tribe once this is all over.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction. What if we could get a Kukusaur to fly up to her? That might give her the confidence boost she needs.
It's a Kukusaur! Oh my gosh! Is this really happening? I did it! I summoned one! I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? Right now? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So, I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers. Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers. Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else trying to summon a Kukusaur? Hey! Wait! Wait!
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Chaska! I summoned a Kukusaur! They do still respond to me after all! Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it, and you'll pass the trial eventually.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are you? And how do you know my name?
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon. You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up-and-coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing the trial. Anyway, we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Maybe you saw her in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. She's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen her around.
If you say so.
Koyer, Chaska. Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than expected. So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance. This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Oh, okay.
Chaska, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You've heard of us?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in that land. Actually, I've been meaning to invite you to enjoy our tribe's hospitality for some time.
Hospitality? Oh, that includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too? Paimon's starting to like you a lot.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
The Flower Feather clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line, there's no time to lose.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner everyone gets the news, the better!
Very well. In that case, Chaska, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later. Collier, let's get going.
Okay.
All right, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call, that was your doing, wasn't it? I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. Her whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow. She looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give her a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh? It's all right. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself. You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good. I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good. Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised?
Should we try and break them up?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
That training? A little young for that, aren't they?
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan. And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
Hey, is that Chaska?
Jessica, you're back!
Oh, can you come train with us?
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around. Maybe next time.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
Legendary? Yep, that's us, all right.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a cuckoo-soar. Even Chaska could only do that for short distances. Miss Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Oh, Miss Traveler, my family's shop makes the best volcano cake. You gotta try it.
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. I hope it didn't bother you too much. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force. Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides, even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chaska!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon, gotta dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the Traveler and Paimon. I heard Chaska was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Only her father. She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4. Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckoosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing and raised her as one of their own. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this. It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again, I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
Yeah, Paimon can see her doing that.
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose another daughter. Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
Whoa, where did the time go? We should be back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
Is this really necessary?
Hey, Chaska! Hey, Alba!
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was sometimes a little impulsive back then.
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Ashkanatlan, to try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never seriously considered myself a strong fighter.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength in its own right?
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part! They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space. Paimon is so full.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Elder Alba? There's, something's come up.
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Cheska, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize, and Junon spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the Cinder City. I'll leave you to tell them the news.
Are you running away?
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh? Mutoda?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days? I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future for a seasoned warrior like you.
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies. Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much. No problem. If you ever want to give it a try, you know where to find me.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Stay safe.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game. No Kukasaur's ever going to approve of that, no matter how many times I try.
Waskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurs wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
You used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaur's approval.
Are all Kukusaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and Eyes on the Feathered Prize seem pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them. Even if it means breaking their hearts. Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan again, huh?
Chaska? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Wanna give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that I've decided to call it quits for good. I'm done. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me. But nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to suddenly pass just because they're holding another trial.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before. Koyer's gonna try again.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions, like you and Elder Alpa. Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chaska and the Traveler. You're already here. I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together. I'm gonna sit this one out. What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, why can't you? I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again. Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. All right, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then will you train with me? I mean... Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and figure it out as we go.
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to get Junan out of a rut, it's Koyer. You helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to another and so on. But sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
I'm not the friend to come to for
The
work.
trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
Wait, isn't that Yansan? Wonder what she's doing here.
I brought all the stuff over, Coach. What's next?
All right, I'll start by moving the boxes over.
I'll help you. These things can get pretty heavy.
Nah, I got this. These muscles aren't just for show, you know. You see that? Perfectly defined. I can lift this stuff up with one hand.
Fine, as long as you don't wind up too sore to move tomorrow. I don't want to hear any complaints from you.
Just prepare to be amazed. What? My back. I knew I should have trained harder.
Yansan! We were just about to ask you the same thing. We didn't expect to run into you in these parts. Of course, we're also here to help. Let's go see the chief.
Eon-san, Traveler Paimon. I'm so glad you're here.
Cold. So cold. Duarte, are you there? I'm drowning, and there's something in the water!
He's on the ground, but it almost looks like he's trying to swim.
The abyss. The abyss is coming. There are eyes in my hands, and hands in my stomach. And my stomach is full of teeth. It ate all of you. It's coming for me too.
But we haven't been eaten. We're right here.
Huh.
Monstrous beasts! How did you get in here?
As you can see, their mental state is quite poor. They went missing after the battle. We found them in the wilderness in the days that followed, but the damage had already been done. We found them unconscious in areas corrupted by abyssal tumors, lying next to their deceased comrades. My only guess is that something terrible must have happened during the battle. According to the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, sudden exposure to a large amount of abyssal power can have mental as well as physical repercussions. We've never seen the effects this heightened before, but maybe Gasoithoth was just too powerful.
Gasoithoth? What's that?
It's the abyssal monster that appeared in the sky not too long ago. After consulting our ancient legends, we decided to call it Gasoithoth, Reaper of the Abyss.
Oh, that giant black ball? Didn't we force it to retreat, though?
True, it poses no threat to us now, but whatever wound it inflicted on these warriors still endures. We scoured all sorts of records for a solution, but nothing came of it. There was some mention of a treatment from several hundred years ago, but that knowledge is long gone.
Right! You can purify abyssal power! Might as well give it a try! It didn't work?
That must mean purifying the abyssal power within them still isn't enough. In any case, thank you for trying.
So, what can we do now? Don't tell me my friend is just gonna be like this forever?
Come back to me, Gogeta! Please, don't leave me like this!
We beat Gasoithoth! They survived the battle! Are we really just gonna sit back and watch them lose their minds?
What is it, Aeon-san?
But,
Are you sure about this?
Around here. Where is she?
She's busy clearing out the remaining monsters and tracking down missing warriors. She was the one who brought Otoko back from the wilderness. Many warriors are still out there, unconscious or injured, unable to make it back to the tribe. With Chaska's help, we can prevent a lot of unnecessary deaths.
So dark, so cold. I want to go home.
Huh?
Light. Underwater. Where is it coming from?
It's working!
Is someone there? Please save me. No. No, wait. You have to leave this place. The water's too deep. You won't make it. No. Please. Just leave me. Duarte.
Oh no, it's not working anymore!
I'm drowning.
My friend. Is he any better? Duarte? Oh yeah, I remember. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion. Otoko almost drowned as a child, and Duarte was the one who saved him. He dove deep into the water and used all his strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go, but both of them made it in the end. Well, you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an Abyss invasion. He was helping evacuate injured warriors from the front lines, but fell to an ambush. He was a bit on the smaller side, but other than that, he was just your average Kukasaur. Well, hold on. What are you planning? No problem. Thank you for looking out for him.
Are you running away?
Duarte? How did you get here? Are you here to save me?
It's working!
You're gonna carry me out of here just like last time. Over a decade later, and you're still trying to save me. I can't believe you made it this deep underwater, but I'm so glad you found me. Once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew, just like old times. I owe you for this. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know? As if I'd let that happen. I promised to protect you. There's no way. No way. No. Wait. I failed. Duarte? Wait, you're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Toko!
He's Kaylee. What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss, and then I was drowning. And a Saurian that looked like Duarte saved me. How did I get here? You went through all that for me? While all I did was cause trouble for everyone? I'm so sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's coming for me. It's gonna eat me. It's no use. It'll just come back. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop the abyss. It will devour everyone. One day, we'll all be reunited in the pit of its stomach.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she seems to be in even worse shape than Atoko. She can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense. She also seems really afraid.
Ion-san, I heard you cured Atoko? I'm so relieved. Is there anything I can do to help? If you need extra hands, I can... I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be connected to pre-existing fears and anxieties. Kochita doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But the situation is urgent. So, I guess I'll be the bad guy. Ion-san, do you believe there are people in this world destined for battle? Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle? When Conchita was little, her parents died fighting the Abyss. She was only 11 or 12 at the time, and her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents collapse in a pool of blood as flames roared and spread all around them. Conchita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting Abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother were left with severe trauma after the incident. Pain and fear that they could not get over no matter what.
But isn't Conchita one of the warriors who fought the Abyss? Didn't you find her unconscious out on the field?
Yes, we did. You see, something changed within her several years ago when the Abyss attacked our tribe and broke into her home. By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembling. Her brother huddling behind her for safety, and the Abyss monster dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it, and just kept repeating the same thing over and over. You're the only family I have left. I won't let anything happen to you. She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation as a very capable warrior, and fought countless battles against the Abyss. We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her. But now it seems like even if she buried it deep within herself, the fear still never left her.
How can we help her?
Quali?
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali. That monster is already...
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just want her to get better. She's the only family I have left.
Family? If Quali goes to battle, the Abyss will devour him. I can't let that happen. I have to do something. But it's useless. No one can beat the Abyss. It's a death sentence. Just like what happened to Mom and Dad. But I'm no warrior. I'm just a coward. Still, I have to protect Quali. What should I do?
Conchita.
Fight it. One more time?
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction after the battle. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone. But there might still be a few stragglers.
There's no turning back. I have to face it, even if it will devour me whole.
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my sister face this alone! Not anymore!
Be careful out there. I expect you all to come back safe, all right?
You were the ones who killed them! As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always so strong and gentle. They seemed like the most powerful people in the world. But I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood, the sound of my brother's cries. It's all burned into my brain. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since. But why didn't my parents run? It must have been because...
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect, there's no backing down, no matter what.
Stay away from my brother!
Let's help her out! Goba, get them!
Target acquired.
I can do this. I have to do this. Go away! Where are the rest? Where are they hiding? That's impossible! They were gigantic beasts crawling with eyes, ready to devour everything in sight! No. Wait. What am I saying? Abyss monsters are not actually that scary. I've defeated them before. I know I have.
She's back to normal!
Kuchina!
What just happened? That is quite embarrassing. Sorry about that. I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost. It really felt like I was getting stronger over the years. But in the end, maybe I never made any progress at all.
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect me. But not anymore. I'm going to get stronger. From now on, we're in this together.
Is that so? Then I'll look forward to the day when you'll be all big and formidable. I finally feel like myself again. I couldn't have done it without you all. Thank you for everything. I think I'll rest here for a bit. I don't think I can make it back to the tribe just yet.
I'll keep you company. I'll fight by your side until every last monster is gone.
That's very brave of you. But you know what would make me even happier? If this whole war would end tomorrow, so you would never have to fight at all.
Otoko's all better. Did you hear?
Really?
Yes, really. It's all thanks to the Traveler and Ian-san.
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Archon in the final battle. But I guess she really can do the impossible. So all those rumors about the Traveler really...
Kochide's getting better, too!
Koichi, give me a hand for a sec. Right. Koichi's not... She's not here anymore.
Really are. Yeah, honestly, Paimon was at a complete loss when she saw so many sick people on the hot air balloon platform. We only found a solution this time because you kept her cool and took control of the situation. You deserve most of the credit. Whoa, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. That sounds like something Paimon could do, but would that really change anything? Oh, well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged to start drinking kale juice tomorrow. No, today. Paimon will start today. You're amazing, Ann-san. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible. Maybe your true strength is giving other people strength.
Ian-san! Bad news! Okoland is out of control!
Are you running away?
What are you doing, Okoland? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. Everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very end. Careful! He's not himself!
Oh, Kotlan!
Nice and spicy. He thinks we're a bitch monster? Hey, it's okay. We're not the bad guys.
Come on! Wretched abyss! Mom, Dad, are gone.
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like this.
Wretched monsters. Give me my family back! Look, Okolan! That's your father! He's standing right in front of you! Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
Are you alright, sir?
I'm fine. Please, don't hurt my son. He's just trying to protect his home.
But what should we do now? He's different from the other two. It's like he can't hear us at all. He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically enemies to him now.
Oh, Kotlan.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Huh? That voice, it's...
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma in most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, verbal and physical interaction can be used to break through the hallucination. However, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that medical intervention is the only option. That's why we developed the Drought of Lucidity.
The draft of lucidity?
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic migraines for the rest of the patient's life. So, it's reserved for the worst cases. This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precisely why it's so difficult to pull him out of this hallucination. If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Setting up an ambush! Give me your worst. It's either your end or mine! Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. My son thinks he's alone in this world. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain. There's nothing more painful for a warrior than losing everything you fought so hard to protect.
Monsters! What's going on? Dad? What are you doing here? My head hurts. I just had the strangest dream. I dreamt the Abyss took over the tribe.
It's all right, my boy. It was just a nightmare. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to thank you for saving my son. May I ask your name?
Just Capitano is fine.
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano. My name is Mune. You're welcome in my home anytime. Time to go, son. Can you stand?
Thank goodness everything turned out all right.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so this is merely a part of that duty. Besides, I care deeply about this land.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
That's right. My desire to protect this nation remains unchanged. When my platoon arrived in Natland 500 years ago, like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, I encountered the people of this land and witnessed their desperate struggle against the Abyss. Though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens, oftentimes with complete disregard for their own survival. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We happened to share a common enemy, so I decided to offer my aid. We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, my work in Natlan remains unfinished. They remember who I used to be. The Sentinel Knight, who fought with the Masters of the Nightwind. Still, I prefer to leave all that in the past. That name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natlan. Yet, I failed to bring my soldiers home. And I failed to help Natlan defeat the Abyss.
But that's not your fault. The Abyss is way stronger than any of us imagined.
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect dust in the annals of history. I will continue to help Natlan in my own way.
Like, with the draft of lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The drought was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor, as well as my trusted second-in-command. We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss triggered delusions among the soldiers, to the point where some attempted to kill each other. In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject. He passed away shortly after the drought was complete. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuits. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. In the end, he even gave himself up for a chance of success. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss has wrought enough suffering on this land. I sincerely hope this war will end soon.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
You're more perceptive than I imagined. However, some things are better kept secret for now. We may be working together, but our goals are not entirely aligned.
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? Paimon's starting to think we should be more careful around you.
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer to keep this to myself, because it's a personal matter. All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived the worst of the crisis, but the souls of this land are still not at peace. And that is why my work is not yet done.
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have to trust you.
If you have other questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Wait, like anything? Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything you want to ask, Traveler?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Mawika's death can clear the debt. Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, the gardener intervenes to inhibit their growth. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But it is an undeniable fact that she is responsible for my suffering, as well as that of my people. If that explanation is too difficult to understand, allow me to show you exactly what I mean. The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires. Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist. But I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable, and no rule unbreakable. So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Oh, did something happen?